Alright, what's going on, guys? Sorry, I have been a little bit inactive with social media. I mean, I've been posting on Instagram and stuff, but getting back to comments, questions, all that, I've been a little bit off on, just because I felt like I was getting a little bit too attached to social media. I was checking my phone all the time, and I just really didn't like that. So I wanted to disconnect from it a little bit. And anyway, I feel like I'm at a point where I can get back into it and not be so obsessive with it, you know, like, I want to help you guys. I want to be putting out good content, but I don't want to be obsessing about checking my phone all the time and all that crap. So anyway, one of the things I want to talk to you about this time is my favorite supplement right now. And for those of you guys who were watching me during my prep videos, you definitely heard me talking about this, but I just wanted to go into a little bit more as to why this is my now favorite supplement. So you push yourself really hard in the gym. You know, you hit this point where you don't really have a pump anymore. You aren't really feeling your muscles. They're just done, and you recognize, like, okay, I have nothing left. But with this, you're sipping some through the whole time, and what I've noticed is that it helps me maintain a pump longer. I have more endurance, and I'm able to maintain weight a little better throughout my workouts. So being a natural athlete right now, I love this. It helps me push harder, go longer, and get an amazing pump. So highly recommend something like this for any of you guys who want to help boost your training. You know, you're already training really hard, really long. So this really helps me get through some good 2-hour workouts, and pretty much all my workouts right now average about an hour and a half to 2 hours, just because, and I mean, that's including warm up, rolling out, and stretching post workout sometimes. So yeah, keep that in mind. But also I wanted to explain my split a little bit, because I get sometimes, you know, my posts are all over the place, but it's honestly kind of like that because my split changes all the time. You know, what muscle groups I'm pairing, which ones I'm hitting first, it just really varies. But something that I generally like to do is have a 4-day split and a 3-day split. So the 4-day split, I'll do something like back or chest, shoulders, back, legs, rest day, maybe optional rest day, and then repeat. So that's one thing I really love about this 4-day split, is that I don't have to take a rest day if I'm feeling good and I don't want to, because with a 4-day split you have so much time in between going back to that same muscle group that you know, you're completely recovered. So unless if I'm actually feeling like, okay, my body needs a break, then I just keep going continuously. With the 4-day split, I love it because I can really focus on each muscle group, which is why I typically like to do strength focused lifts with these days. But of course I do put some hypertrophy workouts in there as well. It's actually what today is gonna be. It's gonna be a full-on hypertrophy shoulder workout. I'm gonna get rolling out a little bit. I always like to roll out some specifically tight muscles, and right now my upper chest, my upper traps, and my lower back are a little bit tight, so I'm just gonna use this little trigger point ball to help loosen that up, and then I'm just gonna get warming up on some side raises and take you guys through the workout. So let's do it. You can use a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, whatever, just something kind of like this. You can do it laying on the floor if you really want to dig in there, but my upper chest is pretty tight right now. So what I like to do is just get up against the wall right here and just dig it in there, go nice and slow, about 30 seconds each side. After this, I'm gonna get my traps too. For that, I just like to, again, just dig into it, roll up and down through there, focus, and even kind of stop on some points that feel specifically really tight, and just hold it there, let it work itself out. And then again, for the lower back, I'm just placing it here. And this one I'll actually have to get down on the floor because I'm not applying enough pressure. But yeah, so that's something you guys can do to help get you loose right away, right before your workout. Today, I'm feeling good. I'm already feeling pretty loose, even just after a few of those. I'm gonna do a little bit more, but then I'm just gonna hit a couple warm-up sets of some dumbbell side raises and get into it. So for warm up, I just did, I hit 10s, 15s, then 20-pound dumbbells. Just 15 to 30 reps. I always like to just get some good blood flow going. I don't fatigue myself. I like to just feel it, like start to feel the burn. Then I'm like, okay, take like 15, 30 seconds, go to the next one, and now based off that, I'm gonna go 30-pound dumbbells for 8 to 12 reps, probably end up at about like 12 to 15. And then I'll up the weight, and I'll just keep upping the weight until I'm at 8 reps. And I'll do a total of 7 sets, and then I'm gonna finish off with just a triple drop for the lateral delts. What I ended up doing was, so I started at 30s for 12 to 15, and then I just worked up each set up to, just up by 5-pound dumbbells, up to 45s, which was a weight that I had to use a little bit of controlled cheating to get 8 reps with, but now I'm dropping it back down to 40, and it's gonna make the 40 feel just a little easier. I'm gonna be able to control a little more. And also that controlled cheating technique can just really give you a sick pump because you're still controlling it on the way down. You're just using a little bit of momentum to get it up. So you're still causing a good amount of muscle damage there. I've hit 4 sets, just gonna hit 3 more with the 40s and then finish with a triple drop. All right, so there it is, 10 sets of side raises. Starting the workout off with a killer pump. When it comes to hypertrophy, the lateral delts definitely need a little bit more focus just because you don't use them as much like you do your front delts and your rear delts when you're hitting your chest or back, you know? So if I'm not doing something like this where I'm just hitting tons of sets with one exercise, then I'm giving lateral delts 3 exercises and then front and rear delts 2, sometimes like 1 or 2 sets, maybe 3 sets more rear delts, just because I feel for my physique that's where I need to focus a little bit more. And personally, I think everybody needs to focus a little bit more on their backside and a little less on their front. One, I feel like people are already focused so much on their front, whether it's chest and everything, because that's what you see in the mirror. But also just with society nowadays, you know, everybody's sitting down a lot, whether working on your computer or going to school, so everything just naturally starts to draw in anyway. So we want a stronger back, rear delts, just posterior in general, to help reverse that and stay balanced. Then I'm going into a superset of face pulls and front raises. Again, just going for 8 to 12 reps, but I'm only gonna hit 4 sets of these, just focusing on perfect form, getting a nice hold at the top. And yeah, again, just about 45 seconds to a minute rest on each of these. Let's do it. Alright guys, so last set is, last exercise for the delts is gonna be superset between the rear delt raises on the machine, and a variation on the shoulder press. So, sorry, I'm out of breath. My shoulders are super pumped. They hurt to even lift up. But so on the rear delts, we're doing just 15 to 20 reps, finishing each set with partials. And then on the front raises, we're doing a variation of 21s, and it's with them forward, palms facing you, pressing up, and then neutral grip pressing up, and then regular press. And I like to do this because starting here, it's a lot harder, but you're dying out about 7 reps, and then you go neutral grip, it's a little bit easier, but still hard obviously after doing the first ones. And then you go to the standard shoulder press, which is your strongest position, but of course at that time it's super hard, so I'm using 25s. Like it's tough. I really like this as a burnout. Just 3 sets, boom, and then